Going to school in San Diego.
I don't think of Mexico or the United States as being separate. I think of them being one.
When you're working figurative, at least in my case, it's just a narrative evolves, and it just comes through the process of the organic process of drawing. You're drawing one detail, and one detail informs another detail, but then also if you draw two characters, then suddenly a conversation starts, and you're telling a story. You know, it sort of reminds me of precisely of how children, when they're playing drawing, usually you have a sheet of paper and you draw, you know, let's say a character that's shooting another character. And you don't know how the whole story evolves, but you draw the character and then you draw how it shoots, and then you get to that point where you draw, well, he either missed or hit something. So then you're already, you know, you're making a narrative through this process, organically, through this process of drawing. A drawing that started as a very Mexican drawing. It was going to be a panoramic of Tijuana, and it was something that I wasn't planning on it showing it or for it going to sell. It was something that I would have in my place just to sort of, you know, feel at home, you know, have this feeling of being at home. But then, of course, after living in a year in Atlanta, Atlanta started becoming home. So then it was just an ordinary day of drawing. I just had a sheet of paper on my wall and just started doing this drawing. And then as the drawing progressed, I thought I would do like this huge panoramic piece that would just be basically having Tijuana and, you know, where I live. So then, as I progressed with the drawing, other things started to creep in, and then, of course, like any drawing that I do, it's a very organic process where I'm just drawing imagery, and then something leads to something else, and then it's sort of just this narrative that starts, you know, evolving through the drawing. Not being a panoramic of Tijuana, and it became something else, something where a lot of characters would start getting involved in this cityscape, and it would be sort of this layered imagery of what the city of Tijuana, but then also the city of Atlanta was also becoming, you know, creeping into the drawing. I started putting in the characters and the figures and the faces. Then I would look at newspaper clippings or glamour magazines, and grab a face or grab a detail of a face.